What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Heroclix video. We are on the Primes portion of the Empyre review. So there are 4 figures here. I think all of them are pretty good. So let's just jump right to it. All right, the first one we have Gamora, number 37B. She's 100 points with the new Guardians of the Galaxy team ability, which is basically the old Watchmen team ability, which says this character's combat values can't be modified by opposing characters' effects. That's really good. That means they can't perplex them down and whatnot. She's a bunch of keywords: Assassin, Cosmic, Guardians of the Galaxy, Infinity to Watch Warrior. And she has 2 traits, or 1 trait and a defensive power. A piece of me is missing. At the beginning of your turn, if a friendly character was not targeted with Outwit since your last turn, heal Gamora 1 click. When a friendly character is targeted with Outwit, gain 1 mission point. And then the stop click is a stop click, and then when it's first revealed, all opposing characters within 6 squares get an action token. She's 7 clicks for 100 points. Doesn't seem like the rate is there for a prime. Stats are decent, but that trait where she can heal if people haven't been outwitted means she's going to be tough to kill, because if she's on that stop click and nobody's been targeted, she can heal. And then if they do try to target someone without what, you gain a mission point. So I'm not sure how the mission point portion of this will come into play, but the healing portion of the trait is where it's going to be relevant, because if you're going to be playing pieces that have safeguard outwit and things like that, or it's just hard to get targeted by outwit period, then she'll be healing a lot even if she gets hit. The only thing I see here is she has top dial super senses, so she can just take like a 4 or 5 damage in 1 attack, and then she's just down now. However, she has a stop click, she has mastermind back end, she has offensive capabilities with running shot, pen blast, outwit of her own, prob, top dial, which obviously I'm always a big fan of. And then on the back end, she'll have flurry with blades and exploit. So she's an attacker all the way through. It's just whether or not the healing portion will be relevant. In bronze, she's probably more playable, in my opinion, because there's the ATA, the Guardians of the Galaxy ATA, which gives all your Guardians of the Galaxy guys safeguard outwit, in effect. Which means they can't be outwitted, which now means she'll be healing almost every turn. Basically every turn. So this piece, probably on the lower end for modern, but bronze, probably a little bit better because of the ATA. Alright, moving on. We have probably the best one, in my opinion, T'Chaka II, the 47B, the Prime, obviously. Exile's ruler, Wakanda warrior, 5 clicks, and he has a trait, Distracting Banter. Once per turn, when an opposing character within range makes an attack, after all rerolls and die replacements, you may roll a d6 and subtract half the result before finalizing the attack roll. And then, of course, the standard charge, flurry, stealth as the attack power or foot power. The Distracting Banter trait is very similar to the old Scarlet Witch from the monthly OP kit from 2015, I believe, where she gave out tokens to reduce the attack roll. There's no one that has come out, I believe, that has this kind of effect where you reduce the attack roll even after all the die replacements and whatnot. Or it's only been die replacements. This is the first one that actually reduces the attack roll, which is even better because it's after the die replacement, so you can see what's going on, so you can decide whether or not you want to use it. It's also important to note that the opposing character only has to be within range. He doesn't need to see them, so as long as they're within 6 here, and maybe it could be more if you have some perplexes or shield or whatnot. This is something that can be very, very disruptive. Of course, it's only once per turn, but if it's on a crucial attack and you can make them miss because you rolled like a 5 or a 6, and now they missed by, the attack roll went down by 3, that could change the game. He's got 11 and 10 attack, all the 4 clicks of 11, a click of 10, and then 18 reflexes, leadership, the whole dial. So you have that portion, you have that part taken care of. And then, of course, charge, flurry, stealth. This guy's also an attacker. Very cheap, very efficient, great trait. I see this guy being played quite a bit. He's a ruler, so Sky Tyrant has a friend, Doom has a friend, Blackheart has a friend, Wakanda and Warrior. I just see this guy being played quite a bit because he's only 45 points for that, game-breaking effect. All right, the next one we have Ultron Pym, number 53B, 80 points, 6 clicks, cosmic energy, Avengers robot ruler scientist, of course, all amazing keywords. No special powers. This guy's just very basic when it comes to everything's the same. He's got 3 traits. First one, Galactic Genocide in the name of the Avengers. When an opposing character that is part of a theme team uses prob, after resolutions, deal that character 1 unavoidable damage. Note that they don't have to use theme team prob. They just have to use prob if they are on a theme team. So if you're playing an Avengers theme team and you happen to have, let's say, Scarlet Witch or Captain Marvel who have prob and they just use it, they will take damage. And obviously this also covers theme team probs. With the amount of theme teams out there, he will be using this trait quite a bit, I think. And then he has the second trait, we can rewrite the entire universe. When Ultron Pym starts the game, an opponent generates 3 infinity markers in distinct squares. Well, I don't think this thing really matters. Power, remove an infinity marker from a square and you get a mission point. Unless there are mission points that get closer and closer to being realized as a win condition, I think this is just kind of an extra thing that you have. Anyway, the last trait is Jarvis here did most of the work. Leadership, Mastermind. When Ultron Pym uses leadership and succeeds, in addition to normal effects, generate an Ultron drone bystander. And of course, the bystander is what comes with the super rare. You can look at that. Leadership, Mastermind with cosmic energy. You have prob the whole dial, reduces the whole dial, great attack value, and he has Mastermind, which also means when he's rolling that leadership and he succeeds, he's getting an Ultron drone and he's masterminding to them. So it's gonna be hard to hit this guy. The downside for this figure is he doesn't have a move and attack. He only has stealth. But 80 points with the amount of things that he does, it might be fine. You can always give him an equipment. In bronze, you always give him entities to get something, or exospecs, or even the Goblin Glider, which gives him a running shot. Just an overall great piece that is efficient for the points and the effects that he has. The giving damage to the characters that use prob on a theme team, that's gonna be really relevant because that's good for 3 damage minimum. Leadership, Mastermind, he gets bystanders. So this guy's right up there, and obviously this is the piece that would come in when that other Ultron super rare dies and he comes in. All right, and then the last one is Captain Mar-Vell, number 59B, 50 points, shield team ability, 6 clicks, cosmic Kree scientist soldier, more amazing keywords, great stats all around, of course, for a prime. 18 defenses all the way, 3 and 4 damage with 12, 11 attacks and only 1 click of 10. He has a trait, I can't just watch them die, I must act. When a friendly character within range and line of fire is targeted with an attack, before the attack is made, you may place Captain Mar-Vell in a square adjacent to that character and he becomes the target of the attack instead, even if he would otherwise be an illegal target. Basically, he's coming in to save the day. He just needs to see them and they have to be within his line of fire as well. Oh, I'm sorry, range and line of fire. So he needs to be within 6, maybe more if you have shield or some perplexes. But he can basically port over there to become the defender, and with 18 invuln, that could be very tough. Because they could hit him to the regen, and then the next turn he regens back up. And here we go. He has Energy Explosion, Pen Blast. When Captain Mar-Vell hits with a range attack, give each hit character an action token. Pen Blast, Energy Explosion, of course, we all know that's really great now. And he has 3 bolts, so it could be even crazier. He has Leadership and then Prob with just solid stats all around for 50 points. So just on rate alone, 6 clicks, 50 points with those kind of numbers is already really, it's above average. In fact, it's superb, right? If you can kind of position it where, let's say he can get hit and he doesn't take that much damage, he could still be on the reducer and then he can counterattack next turn, because it's almost like he got TK'd up 6 or 7 squares or whatnot, and then he gets hit and then he can attack now. But of course, this is a prime, so as with all the pieces, you have to be very judicious with what you're gonna choose for your prime, because you're gonna play one. So those are the 4 characters from the Empire that are Prime figures. I think all of them have playability. I think 2 of the 4 should see quite a bit more play because of the point value. T'Chaka and Captain Mar-Vell, 45 and 50 points. And then, of course, Ultron Pym will be played if people are going to play that Ultron that brings him in. And also, you know, if mission points become a real thing, then maybe Gamora and Ultron Pym would see some play, right? One or the other, obviously not both. So, all right, well, that's the review here for the Primes. The next one will be the chases, and then we'll go with the starter after that. Let me know what you guys think. If I missed anything from these 4 figures, it's something I missed. I mean, obviously the stats are all amazing on these guys for the Primes. They really are making up for the fact that they're benching some powers. So almost to the point where it's to the other end of the spectrum, right? They're kind of overcompensating. But anyway, that's another discussion for another day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Till next time, guys, remember, only bad players blame the dice. See ya.